everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be ink blending a floral banner. Now this banner is a part of the ginakdesigns Black Friday and Cyber Week sale, so it is the freebie that you can get with any $75 or more purchase from ginakdesigns. It is for a limited time and available while supplies last, and plus she has so many great deals going on right now that I hope you'll check out. Now, even though I'm doing this with the freebie that you may or may not have afterwards, you can do this with any die that is similar. So this floral banner die has an intricate outline die, and then it also has the solid piece that's going to go behind, and that is what we are going to ink blend. So I went ahead and I trimmed out some layering white cardstock to about the size of the banner, and I'm going to be using my blending brushes to do the blending. I have kind of a rainbow mix of colors that I'm going to be using, starting with red velvet, using the blending brush starting off of the cardstock, so on my glass surface, and blending onto the cardstock. The red I did right in the middle. Then I'm going to go on the left side with some sweet mango, pick up a little bit of that ink, and then blend into that red velvet. Then I'm going to move on to my next color, which I will be using Wild Dandelion and putting that right next to the orange because I know those will blend together beautifully. And then for the other side next to the red, I'm bringing in Medium Orchid, which I believe out of this trio, these are on a super good deal right now. If you don't have these new colors, they are fantastic. Now I'm moving on to Turquoise Sea, and I went with this kind of color combination the way it is because I know all of these colors when they blend together are going to look very beautiful. So I'll bring in my backer piece for my die. That looks good. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to move on to my second one because I want to create two banner dies. Now this time I'm starting at one end of the cardstock with that medium orchid. Then I'm going to come in with that red velvet. And if I need to, I can always bring my Wild Orchid blending brush back in to help smooth out the transition. Next, I'll come with Wild Dandelion. And one of the great things about Gina's inks is that once they dry, they are so seamless, it's almost airbrushed. Now here, I needed a little bit better transition, so I grabbed my brush that I had the red velvet ink on and just help kind of blend that red into the yellow a little bit more. Next, I have Applemint, and then I will finish up with Turquoise Sea at the very end. Now I have both of these strips done. I can die cut out that backer piece. Now I do suggest letting your cardstock dry for a minute or two. I did rip mine just a little bit because the ink was still wet. Otherwise, this satin masking tape that I use from Altenew normally doesn't rip the cardstock, but the cardstock was still wet. Now I'm going to die cut that outline piece from some white cardstock. I really debated about doing black for a black outline, but I loved this soft look of the white. I'm using my ginakdesigns fine tip bottle to add connect glue to the back, just doing little dabs of glue and adding that over my backer piece. Then I'm just going to set something heavy on top of this and let that sit for a minute so it really adheres together well. For sentiment, I am going to use this Thanks word die. I thought it just fit nicely, nestled in between my two banners, and I originally die cut it from some mirror gold cardstock, which does look fabulous, but then I remembered I have this brushed white cardstock from Spellbinders, and really hard to see on camera, but it is so beautiful. It just adds kind of that special shimmer, tongue twister for me, special shimmer to the front of the card. So I did die cut out some more outlines using that brushed white. And then I also did my thanks out of brushed white. I layered my thanks together about 2 or 3 more times with some heavy white cardstock to add dimension to that. And then I'm adding foam squares behind my 2 flower banners so I can place one at the top and one at the bottom, just trying to make sure that the margins on each side are even. And then I can add some liquid glue to the thanks and attach that right to the middle. Now I'm adding all of this to a piece of black Onyx cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I really loved how all of this just really popped off of the black cardstock. So I'm just going to add a few small embellishments. These are the soft white pearls from Ginakdesigns that I'm adding to the center of the flowers. At this point, I had flipped the cardstock upside down so I could see the center of my flowers better. But here is that finished card with that beautiful rainbow of color, the intricate die cut layers, and my thanks sentiment. And that's going to finish up my card project for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep in mind this particular die is limited during the sale right now, but you can do this technique with other dies you may have similar in your collection. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again real soon.